Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. Well, it's Monday the 7th of March and we have a roaring market in the crude oil. Let's take a look at crude oil right now. We talked about this. We talked about the double bottom, which we clearly delineated in all of our videos last week. Of course, there's a pivot point right there. You can see that quite clearly. The market moved over there and now we have target zones taking us up to, I would say, somewhere around these levels here, between 41 and 44. We'll get a better idea when that gets to that point. But generally speaking, we are overbought on the RSI, but that does not mean we can't go higher. It just means that we're just a little bit overbought. But generally speaking, it's a very positive indicator, indicating that oil is headed higher. I would imagine the first level of resistance is going to be right around this level, which is around $40 psychologically. It's also close to the 50% Fibonacci retracement of 41. So let's take a look when we get there. But generally speaking, look for crude oil to be strong this week. Here's what I see with the S&P 500, and this is what I want to look at more than anything else. Look at the Fibonacci retracement levels. Take that like that, and we're right up there in the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. I would think, I'm going to take this off the screen, I would think that we're going to see a couple of things here. One, if you look at this very carefully, it's very similar to the crude oil, is you have the double bottom right here, the pivot point, almost identical, nice move up. I think we're going to get choppy action like this and then eventually roll back down, because the longer term trend for the S&P 500 is on the downside, in my humble opinion. So let's see how that works out. Now gold has all its trade triangles positive. Let's scope this out just a little bit further, and you can see this is the 1300 level we talked about on today's report is going to be resistance in our humble opinion, but gold can go a lot higher. And you've got two things happening here. You have gold going higher and you have crude oil going higher, which means the stock market, if history repeats itself, is going to head lower. This is the Dow, similar pattern there. You can see how we've had the double bottom. I mean, this is a very strong technical structure right here, pivot point, move up. And we're in an area now right around here where I think this is where we're going to see this market begin to have problems and go into like a broad trading range, and then eventually turn back down. The overriding factor on the equity markets, in my opinion, is crude oil going higher, gold going higher. People are concerned, they're risk averse, they don't want to be in stocks, I don't think. And if we scope this out even further, you get a better picture of, let's just say, the 2-year picture. You can see this massive top that this market has created for itself. You can just, I mean, this takes a lot of energy to go through, and I don't think we're going to see that happen. Key levels to look at around the 15.5 level, right around here. If we go below that, then we're going to head a lot lower. But nonetheless, the bigger trend, the trade triangles are basically, this trade triangle here is negative, and that's the longer term trend, the one to watch. But this to me is not so dissimilar to something like this. The big move is gone. This went a little too more than I expected, but it did not take out this high. So what you're seeing is lower lows here, and this is next one's going to go down here, in our opinion. So let's see how that plays out. Let's go to our next market. Final market of the day, the NASDAQ. You can see a similar pattern there. You've got a very large top that we're looking at right now. Lower low, lower high. So again, this I think is going to fade out very quickly, and I think we're going to see this market come to terms with this rally. You can see we had a doji line on Friday indicating that the buyers and sellers have sort of met their match. Remember, this is not the same pattern as the double bottom, not quite the same pattern. Just notice this is a lower low. So I think you're going to see this market eventually move back down and roll over, literally just roll over like it did here, here, and here. And you notice it's just not, there was no energy to push this market higher. It just kind of like really did not do well. And we have the low, the fake out rally, a little higher than this. Yes, I agree with that. But it's still, the major trend is really kind of where you are right now. That's where we think this is going to run into resistance. So look for a trading range, choppy markets this week, and then eventually a move down. Hey, I'm Adam Hewison for Market Club. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and every success in the markets.